just, you know, you can't, we don't live in that world anymore where you can just burn energy with no consequence. We don't live there anymore. Wow, that is, can we go over that ridge? Blimey. Kind of want to try. Your power bill was £600 last month. A year ago, it was 80. Yeah, and by October, that'll be more like 900, 1,000. They're saying that the average household in the UK is facing a £3,000 a year power bill, which will rise to 5,000 next year. £5,000 a year power bill. That's a chunk of most people's salary. That's getting on for your second biggest payment, probably as high as your car. The amount of money you pay for your car every year, if you've got it on hire purchase, is pretty much the same. It's like having another car. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. You did indeed, Echolos. I don't know if this ridge is too steep for us. We'll see. You're paying 10 per kilowatt. Yeah, that's what we used to pay. Like pre-energy price insanity, that's what we used to pay. Sheetrock Bobby, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome. So yeah, we're looking at 5 times the price of about 18 months ago. Really, game? Yeah. Luckily with a kettle you don't have to have it on for more than a minute or two, so it's not so bad. Like 3 kilowatts for a minute is fine. It cost me $20, $1.20 to run a 1,000 watt rig for 10 hours. At 12 pence, yeah. At 12 cents per kilowatt hour, yes. Now imagine if you was paying 60 cents per kilowatt hour. How would you feel about that? Because now you're going to be paying $6 to run it for 10 hours. That's what we're facing in the UK. I need to find another... I wonder if that's going to be like a lodge. I really need to find a lodge. That looks like a lodge to me because it's the end of a road, so I'm going to head to that. We need another spawn point. Oh yes, but this is the thing, is like, they're blaming the war in Ukraine for it. I don't want to get political, but that's what they're saying. Right, they're saying it's put the gas prices up, and we generate a lot of power from gas. Okay, so why are you churning out insane record-beating profits? How does that work? Because you're selling the gas at you're selling the power at a huge profit, right? Therefore the prices are too high, right? think that looks like a lodge, doesn't it? Definitely worth getting. Gas prices in Belgium are 3 times lower than in the Netherlands. Belgium buys Dutch gas. Well, the weird thing is, I don't know if you're aware of this, right? But there are power lines that run from Norway to the UK, and from the UK over to France, and over to Netherlands, and I think Belgium, right? And those power lines exist because the countries basically have an agreement with each other where they buy power off each other. So let's say over in the UK, it's really windy, so all of our wind farms just generate loads of power. Whereas over in Norway, it's not blowing for a few days, it's calm over there, right? So the Norway will then buy our power. They'll exchange the power, we'll send our power over there, and the same thing happens in reverse. So if Norway, it's really windy, the wind turbines are running, they then send power back to the UK if it needs it. That electric connection there right now is being tripled. They're laying loads of cables. They're basically connecting, I think they have a name for it, I forget what it's called now. They're connecting the UK to all these countries with even more capacity so that we can all exchange power to each other. So how is it then, with all of that, how is it that in the UK we have electric prices like doing this, and then in Norway it's just gradually doing that? If we're all connected and we can just literally move power around, why is one country paying way more for its power than everybody else? Because the power's available. You know, if the sun shines over here, it generates solar power. If the wind blows over there, or you've got a nuclear power station in France, like, you can move the power around. It doesn't make it... If you've interconnected so much, you've mitigated the problem. Taxes and charges are one thing, Doc Nader, but they don't account for price differences of, like, times 3, times 4, times 5. Doesn't account for that, does it? Like, the price differential is too high. Yes, it is. France Electricity, EDF, has only gone up like 4%. And EDF owns a large portion of British power generation. EDF are the ones that built the nuclear plants, right? So what they've been doing is jacking up the prices in the UK, taking the profit and using it to not put the prices up in France. That's what they've been doing. And that's why in France it's only gone up a little bit, and in the UK it's skyrocketed. We are quite literally subsidising the French energy industry right now. But yeah, we'll stop there before it gets a bit too political, eh? Either way, they need to solve the problem here because, you know, energy prices are getting so high that it's going to put people into poverty, quite literally. Not even an exaggeration. I tell you what, this is a lot of trees here. Flipping heck. Well, like I say, EXO, they're increasing the capacity to move power around massively. If you Google it, it's called like the Interconnect or something too. You know, like they had the Nord Stream 2 that was meant to move more gas from Russia to Germany. It's like that, but for the UK power network, connecting Norway, Netherlands, France, etc. And apparently this year we've had not very high winds. So all these wind farms have been generating very little. I would have thought it would have been good for solar though. Seems to be very sunny recently. I would have thought so, Zugwig. It's been so sunny the last couple of months that you would have thought... Ooh. Hello, Mr. Black Bar. You would have thought solar was killing it. The problem they have right now is storage. They need to store energy. Because if it's really windy or really sunny, they generate too much power, and they need to store it somewhere. And that's one of the reasons for the interconnect, is that if we're generating too much power in the UK, we can just offload it somewhere else. Yeah, I think we're over the really hot days now. Yeah, the wind does change direction, but not, like, super quick. But if you press the tab key, if you look at this, that's what, a northwesterly wind? You can see it's turning here over 6 hours into a westerly wind. So it absolutely does change. Yay, we found a rest zone. Nice. Now I think Black Bear will want to go for a drink down here. So we'll follow this path that way and explore around the map. Time's at 8:42. He'll be going sleepy. Let's get a bit of exploration done, then we'll teleport back here and see if we can pick something up. Oh, absolutely, THU, of course. But they got solar power for a different reason. They didn't get it to save money. They got it because they wanted to make their own clean energy. But now the price has gone up. They're just absolutely laughing. Still waiting for the NDO. So the NDO, I don't know if you know about it, or the DNO. It's called the DNO. Distributed Network Operator. It's a DNO. The DNO in Essex and Norfolk and Suffolk is called UK Power Networks. So UK Power Networks are responsible for delivering power to everywhere in those areas, including your area and mine. So if you want to put solar power in above 3.5 kilowatts, you have to apply to your DNO. They have to sign it off. Yeah, you have to, CCTV. I can't disconnect from the grid. They have to sign it off above 3.5 kilowatts. And because the system I want to put in is more than 3.5 kilowatts. I applied 23rd of June. 23rd of June I applied. The current waiting times are between 9 and 12 weeks to sign it off. So I could have the installation done within 2 weeks, but until I've got that agreement from the DNO, I can't do anything. So every week I'm in this situation where I have to keep emailing saying, can I have an update? 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 So current estimates, probably somewhere late September, they'll sign off on it. And then in October, all the panels will go up just as the sun goes down for winter. Fantastic. Every sunny day, Imp, that I've had here, I've been looking outside thinking, if only those solar panels were up. What inverter are you getting? I hope it's not one of those Chinese ones. It's a SunSync inverter, I think it is. It's an 8.5 kilowatt SunSync inverter. I think most electronics is made in Taiwan, isn't it? So it probably in some way comes from there. Ah, it's quiet. It's in anything yet. Why don't you put under 3 kilowatts? Because a panel's 400 watts. Yeah, so it wouldn't take many panels to hit that 3 kilowatt limit. Now, when you get an install done, they have to come and put scaffolding up around your house. Get up on the roof, put the panels on, wire it through, fit the inverter, wire that into your mains, etc., etc., etc. The installation cost is thousands because it takes a few people and a lot of equipment and knowledge to put all that kit in. So, to my mind, if you're going to get it done, you put the biggest thing you can in there and pay a one-off installation fee. The idea of paying for 3 kilowatt installation, that installation would dwarf the equipment cost. No, I think they're all asleep right now, Tootsie. Elk. Some elk have been moving through here. You don't need planning permission, you just need the DNO sign-off. I think you only need planning permission if it's like a listed building or something weird. Yeah, so I'm getting a 15 kilowatt... 15... Hang on, the batteries are 5.5, so it's 16.5 kilowatt battery. There's 3 of them. 11.5 kilowatts of solar and 15 kilowatt battery. But it'll be an east-west facing, right? And that's the important thing. It's not a south-facing array, which is good and bad. So it's bad because you never hit the peak of the power of the solar panel, but it's good because you never clip. If you get south-facing, your power curve goes like that through the day, but at the top bit, it usually clips because you're generating more power than the inverter can handle. Whereas if you get an east-west facing, you put more panels up and you get like a much better spread of power through the day. Because the sun comes up, lights up on one set of panels, you get some off the other, but a lot of it's off this set, and then the sun comes over the top, hits the other panels, and so you get a much better power curve. Dave! How you doing, mate? Your face clips. Your beard needs clipping, Dave. I think it's 65 months. Metro Racer, thank you for subbing with Prime. Why am I jumping? I'm trying to walk down a slope and I'm jumping. Found a need zone. Mm. Yeah, VSS panels, you lose about 15 to 20% compared to south. Yes, you are. Absolutely, you can't get around that. But you get a good spread through the day. Like the south-facing panels, when the sun comes up in the east, the south-facing panels don't do very well. And there's plenty of YouTube videos of people on the internet who've got different configurations, and you can go and watch those and you'll see. Like there was one guy that had a south-facing array, and he was saying, like, I'm getting nothing in the morning. It takes about 3 hours before I really get some good power. And so what he did was he put a few panels on his east wall, literally just on the wall facing east. And in the morning, he started to get decent power, which then supplemented his main array in the south. The ideal solution is to have tracking panels that like literally just do that. But they are super expensive. Yes, exactly. Like in winter, this is the other thing, and you are right to mention this. In winter, the sun is a lot lower. And so if you've got east-west panels, you do get some early morning, late evening sun. Guys, how did I not see that? That is... How did you see that and I didn't see that? Oh my god. Oh, that's a female. Meh. It won't even count. That's a male. There's a male and a female. So he's probably going to run about that distance at least. Too busy talking. You can't build a home wind turbine. Like, it makes too much noise. I need to try and find the mail. That's interesting, because at this time of day, really, they should be heading to bed. Well, wind turbines generally have a gearing system. The proper ones do. So as the wind speed picks up, they'll change the gear so they can generate more power. Because there's an optimum speed for the blades. Don't think he'll have ran up that slope. That looks a bit too steep. So he's probably tracked. Don't think he'll have gone here. He's probably tracked this way. Sand batteries for storage. I did see a video of I think it was is it Finland? They've got this. They built this like enormous tower, and they've put sand in it, as you say, and they actually store energy as heat in this massive silo, and they're really cheap to make. They store insane amounts of heat, and then they can just like give the heat back later. But yeah, energy storage is actually a thing that's been heavily researched right now. So she went that way. I think he went this way. Trouble is, without any clues about where he went. Sand is in limited supply. I think we have a lot of sand. I don't know if it's the right type of sand, but we have a lot of sand. It's like when they built, in Dubai, they built all that lovely coastline of houses. They actually shipped sand in from a different country. You'd think Dubai would have plenty of sand, but it wasn't the right kind of sand. So like they built those peninsulas from sand that they shipped like 500 miles. Have I tried super people? No. Man, bears are so annoying to hunt, aren't they? Yeah, Iceland has a lot of underground thermals. Like, they can just tap into that. They've just got limitless power there. So I don't think he'll attract up there. Northern Ireland has the best sand, is it? See, in Call of the Wild, a bear would quite happily run up a slope like that. It would just literally go voink. But in this game, I don't know. Fusion will be here any minute. Do you know how many decades they've been saying that? Fusion in a few years. Hello. There's the female. So she ended up over there. That's interesting. 200 meters in that direction. But I don't want the female. I need the male. You believe it? I mean, there's a company in the UK, a research team in the UK has made really good headway with it. But even when you get to the point where it's been proven as a technology that it can work, you then need to heavily invest and build something. And that kind of thing is still a decade. Like even from the point where they go, hey, we've done this now. We need to build this, thoroughly test it and commission it and put it online and generate power. 10 years, easily. Female's there. The male was with her. I wonder if he's still with her. This is where I really wish I had a caller. Like, calling the bear down has got to be the way to go. I honestly think I should just, like, go hunting called animals, get the caller level 2, and then come hunting bears, because unless you happen upon a bear, I could call her down right now if I had the caller tech to do it. Come on, game. It's just beyond that ridge somewhere. Dogs go on walks every day. There is a bear caller. It's the jackrabbit caller. Which is... what did I map it to? That one. However, at the moment, it's only... I can only use it to call in, like, foxes and stuff. Because I need that. Which unlocks second level calls. So when you've got a caller which has more than one call on it, you need to get that skill to use the second one, and then there's a third one as well. So I can't use it to attract a bear at the moment. I'm trying to do that mission. I don't know where that male bear went to. Stop taunting me, you scumbag. That's the male. 150 meters, are you serious? So the male is still there. Just over that ridge somewhere. Yet again, they've managed to position themselves just beyond a ridge. There might be like a rest area up there or something. Did I just see it then? I did. I need to get the mail now. They're both on that ridge. There's the female. That'll do. That took a while. That took a while to track. That's got to count towards this mission. Everything's running now. She's done one. Guess this is where we find out what the DNA is.
Hey, hey, hey! Special delivery!
Thank you, D-Storm.
Beautiful shot.
Man, look at that. He's got his face in a log and everything. Wow, it's got some nice fur. That's got to be a high rated animal. Look at that. What's the DNA on it? 67%. That'll do. 1 star. Yep. Absolute perfect shot. Actual perfect. Bang on. It's not getting away from that. Left lung and heart with perfect damage. Doesn't get any better. No wonder it just dropped and rolled. I'll take that. Do we sell it or taxidermy it? That's the question. Could do with the money. 766. Well, what it is because the power round is really built for damage over 200 meters. So as it comes in, it's got a bit too much damage, really. But by the time it hits the critical stuff, it's got perfect damage. How do you get the 5-star? You have to find a 5-star animal. Right, let's sell it. There you go. That's 1 of 2 done. Woo! We're halfway to the story mission. Well, unlike Call of the Wild, Callus, in this game you can actually almost grow a 5-star animal. Weirdly, if you hunt all the low-rated animals in the area, the low-rated males, then you will end up with progressively stronger and stronger animals in that area. And if you wait, that 1-star will grow up to be a 5-star. So, unlike Call of the Wild, it's not like complete randomness. There's me running around like an idiot again. There's loads of fantastic antlers there. I should not have run down it. I thought that shot would have scared everything for miles. Dear me, look at that. Oh, there's got to be some good ones there. I reckon we just wait. They'll probably come back. They'll settle down and return, I reckon. So they're probably just alerted now. Let's see. Let's see what they do. Honestly, that shot, I thought it would scare everything off. So I just thought, oh, we'll just run down to the lake and then we'll go over there. So he stopped. I reckon I'll come back in a minute, that one. With a bit of luck. Either that, we'll go for the 540. Do we go tier 6 on that? Don't think a tier 5 would kill it at that distance, would it? 540 meters. If you hit it with a tier 6 at 540 meters, do you reckon that counts okay? It's almost impossible to see what's going on. Like, they're literally on top of each other. You go on at 700 meters with tier 6. I'm tempted to put a round in there. I don't know whether to just wait and let them come back, or go for the silly shot now. That's a long, long shot. I think the one behind, that one there, has better antlers than this one, I think, from what I can make out. Have to be like that. But I'm zeroed for 500. I need to aim very slightly up, I think. .529. Well, okay then. I don't see anything dying. Yeah, it looked like it bugged out on a rock, but... No, I have not, Tootsie. It's not really a thing here in the UK. See if we can get some need zones while we're down here. Elk often drink here. That's really good. You could just come here and camp up and wait for them. Yeah, I wonder if there's some really high-tiered elks around. Thing is, if I hadn't have ran back from that bar, I've had the pick of the crop then. I could have literally just chosen the best one out of that. There was quite a few males with some pretty big antlers by the look of it. Oh no, I haven't done any game birds now. Bria, thank you for 96 months, sir. You are so close to that VIP badge. There's so many drink zones. You can check if the shot energy is in its limits with the hunter sense and the scope. If the jewels are yellow, you're good. Ah, I didn't spot that detail. Thank you. Check that. Now they're going to be downwind of me, so they're all going to disappear. I've no idea when Call of the Angler's coming out. Hunter difficulty. Map boundary. So they just run off into the map boundary. Fantastic. Anybody see the shot at, like, the blood at all? Man, look where I was over there. That's insane. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I can see it now. That looks like a meat shot. Game. Medium. Oh, right. We hit the lungs. We can track this. That's a kill. I honestly expected a... What's that gone? A small amount of blood. Honestly, some of these markers are really hard to see. There it is. They're all there, look. Ooh. That's interesting. It was a little bit too far back, but it still penetrated almost perfect energy and hit the left lung. So the damage was good. Considering the distance, that was not a bad effort. That was really close. Really close to a heart shot. Well, that's about as accurate as you can be from 530 meters. Blimey. I'll take that. Mark Sterling, thank you for 68 months. You're welcome. Scrove. So that was a 1 star. 67% male. Yeah, that was a good kill. Definitely learned something about long distance shooting though. So yeah, the tier 6 gun on a tier 5 works perfectly at that kind of distance. But yeah, not really any chance of collateral damage, I'm afraid. By the time it came out the other side, it had no energy left. The trophy rating is based on like the quality and the length of the antlers. Real men play on Ranger. They do indeed. I'm not a real man, so I'll have to play it on Hunter. I'm just a squirrel. There's only so much I can do. Squirrel with a gun. That's exactly what I am. See if we can get some more need zones. Actually, just before I go running down here again, let's just quickly have a look at the other side of the lake again. Just make sure I don't make the same mistake as last time. Darren C, thank you for half a year. That's a new sub badge for you, I think. Thank you, sir. No, I don't see much going on. It's getting on for midday now, so I have seen it, Tutsi. How come nothing comes to this side to drink? Like, there's literally no need zones on this side. It's a bit weird. Mr. J. Harris, happy anniversary. Thank you for a year. Elcom Bar is what this seems to be. That's weird. There's too much going on. Interesting place that. You need to that spawn to get to it. I wonder what this is. I don't think that's going to be a hunting lodge, but we'll go and have a look at it. I hope they get some different audio for water and stuff. Drinking often. That's more like it. Exactly, it just sounds like the seaside. Lapping water at the seaside. Like right now, it's like in the center of my earpiece, whereas it should be coming from the left side. But no matter which way I face, it's being played equally in both ears. Just the audio is just not right. I think they need a better sound engineer. You saw a bear when you was looking through the dinos. The binos, did you? Whereabouts? Which direction? It might be the female. I think that, to be fair, Walking Wolf, I think they've... If you look at the fix list, there's stuff on there that I already mentioned last week. So I've got a feeling they did watch it. Probably. She's probably gone back. Every now and again, this game plays some audio. Sounds like snapping twigs in the distance, and you think, is that an animal? Pretty much Apex. You're welcome, Bowen. Thank you. I might do a follow-up video to it. Just like some tips, things that I've learnt, maybe. $11 AM in game. You're getting 5 ads every 25 minutes. I don't understand that, because that's much longer than it should be playing. Much longer. If you subscribe, I know you have to pay, but if you subscribe, you don't get ads. If you have Twitch Turbo, which you have to pay for, you don't get ads. So there are options. If you want to throw money at the problem. That was definitely a bar. That's the female. Apart from the money, is it worth even bothering? And she's downwind, so yeah, not going to happen. You can't be getting 7 ads every 10 minutes. That doesn't make any sense. I think that female bear's gone looking for the male bear. Jeff! Jeff, where are you? I heard a shot, Jeff. Where'd you go? Uh-oh. Jeff is now in a restaurant. Ekalos, you shouldn't see any ad at all when you join the stream because you're a sub. Look at Gavin. Thought it was a bit too hairy for Gavin. Jeff's on permanent hibernation. Oh man, it's just a bridge. Oh, I see, right. Jeff is now resting on a bed of mashed potatoes and sautéed greens. New discovery. Duduma waterfalls. Okay. Very nice. Entirely useless, but very nice. Now, what do you reckon that is? Could that be a campsite? It would make some sense because otherwise this area here is very inaccessible. So I think it's worth pushing. No, that's not the case, Kempo. That is not true at all. Every streamer has to accept ads. There's nothing you can do about it. They are something that you have to basically allow to happen through the stream. You can't, like, the only way around it is if you manually run ads, right? So if you manually run ads, then like I could take a bio break, say, let's say go for a 2-minute bio break and just go, right, play 2 minutes of adverts. If I play 2 minutes of adverts and go for a bio break, when I come back, nobody will see a pre-roll ad for like 20 minutes or something, or 30 minutes, I think. I think the average rate that they want is 2 minutes an hour, if I remember. So it's just a case of, well, how do you want to work around them? You can't avoid them. It's how you want to work around them. But there's no such thing as only getting ads when you enter the stream and then never seeing any ads. Like, Twitch does not roll that way. They want at least 2 minutes every hour, at least, as a minimum. You'd rather have a 2-minute bio break. I mean, I have considered doing that. But what you notice if you do that is, if I go for a 2-minute bio break and run 2 minutes of ads, if you look at the viewer history, you'll see the dip. This is where you went for a bio break and like 80 people left. And some will come back, but not all. I'm sure I just heard a bell. As I've said before, you either annoy the people here or you annoy the people entering your stream. But you can't get around the fact that Twitch is going to play ads. Yeah, I get that, Gordon. And, you know, how do I mitigate that? So to mitigate that, I'd be like, right, there's a bear. I'm going to follow this bear. Oh, wait, I'm going to take a shot on a bear. 1 second, guys. Let me run a quick 30-second ad before I take this shot. So run a 30-second ad, hope the bear doesn't move, and then when we come back, I take my shot and then you don't get an ad. It's so hard to deal with it. No, it doesn't work, Bill. It doesn't work. That's why a regular break would be better. But again, if you take regular breaks, people leave. We do Silent Vendetta, but they know full well that people wouldn't watch the ad then. You know, if you subscribe, you don't see ads. If you get gifted a sub, you don't see ads. If you pay for Twitch Turbo, you don't see ads. All of those options involve money versus your time, which is often, in life, the basic currency of life, isn't it? It's time for money. It always is. So, you know, either spend some time watching ads or pay. Like, that's literally it. They do. People want things for free. That's the problem. Like, everything has to be paid for. You know what I mean? Like, if you're watching a stream, think about this for a second. If you're watching a stream, think about the technology behind that. Yeah? That streamer had to pay for a PC. He had to pay for the game, probably. He has to pay for his internet. He has to pay for his electricity. He has to pay for the building that he's in. He has to pay to put food on his table. He has to pay for all those things so he can then spend time streaming for you so that you can watch it. Along the way, Twitch had to pay for all the server infrastructure and the internet to make it possible. There was a lot of money got invested in that chain for you to sit at home and watch the stream and enjoy it for free, right? For free. It didn't cost you anything to join the stream and watch, unless you pay your own bills, in which case you're paying for the internet, you're paying for your house, you understand the problem of bills. The only thing that you're asked to do in return is watch an ad or watch a few ads. But some people are not even happy with that situation. They don't want to watch any ads. So they want to run an ad blocker so that they block any fundamental payment to either the streamer or to Twitch, the people who are supplying that free service. So just think about it all. You know, I'm not saying don't run an ad blocker. I'm saying consider what is actually happening when you watch a free stream. Consider that. And if you enjoy, and I've said this to you many times, if you enjoy a streamer, support the streamer. Support what you love. If you want to keep it, support it. Whether it's a streamer or anything else. If you love it, chuck a bit of money in that direction. I'm not saying throw money to me. I'm saying every streamer out there, support what you love. Because one day, maybe they can't make it work anymore. They disappear, and you lose what you like. Same goes for music. Exactly. Same goes for music. Yeah, you can bootleg stuff all day long, but you're not supporting what you love. And you can't say you're a true fan if you're not supporting what you love. So yeah, you're free to make your own decisions about ads on Twitch. But if you're getting it all for free and you're complaining, just think about what you're saying.
Celebratory bunting.
I am a fan.
Thank you, Onamichi. And honestly, that is not me ranting to say, give me money. Absolutely not. You do not need to respond to that at all. That's just my opinion saying to you, think about it. That's all I'm saying. Think about it. And that goes for any streamer on Twitch, or even a YouTuber where you can support them instead of blocking ads. Consider it. Instead of, you know, just being another one of life's freeloaders, really. Think of it that way. Thank you for the bits on Amici, by the way. And Synesthesia, thank you for gifting 5 subs. Guys, if you want a lucky person who just got a sub, please enjoy your sub. Refresh your page and you shouldn't see any adverts. And you see, this is why this is one of the reasons I don't like talking about this subject matter, because this often happens when I do. People just get very generous. And I'm not saying I don't appreciate that, I really do, but that's not what I wanted. But Capaz, thank you for 8 months. And Kieran, what can I say about Kieran? He just dropped 50 subs in the chat, which is actually insane. So if you just got a sub from Kieran, please give him a thank you. Drop in a squirrel gift emote for him, or a squirrel love, because he just gave you a sub and that cost him money. And Z-Neo, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome. I keep hearing... There you go. A mountain goat. Don't need mountain goats, do I? Nah. Oh my god. Look, listen guys, I honestly, if I didn't have to put up with... I would turn ads off. I really would. I've tried so much not to run ads, but it's impossible as a Twitch partner not to run ads. The only thing I have any control over is when they run, like if I run them manually. But it's a fact of life that Twitch is owned by Amazon. They need the money, they need the income, and that's how they get the income. So it's here to stay. It's not going away. Twitch ads are not going away. But I would quite happily not have any, really, and just rely on subscribers and bits. Like, that's how I'd roll if I could, but it's not a choice. 747 Pete, thank you for gifting 5 subs as well. Appreciate the support, you guys. Thank you so much. Dumbest, thank you for 62. And yeah, you know, Twitch says it brings extra income for Twitch partners and things. Well, it does. It does to some extent. You know, it used to be horrendous. They pay better rates now, but I'd rather not have them, really. Since they got bought by Amazon, which is fundamentally an advertising company, they run more ads. And that's just something that we have to accept. Mountain go again. Twitch has always supported me, even a decade ago when we were starting part-time. They have. THU. They honestly have. I've said this before. I've been very lucky. Very, very lucky to have a lot of people on the internet that support what I do. Very lucky. Because if they weren't here, I wouldn't be here. It's a fact. It's a fact. I have a mortgage to pay. You know? You can't do it with, like, rainbow dust and unicorns. You need hard cash to do it. And you have to get it somehow. Otherwise, you can't carry on. But anyway, just getting back to the subject and ending the conversation. Ads not going away. Consider support what you love on the internet. That's all I want to say. Too many caps, Gary, sorry. Turbo's about £8 or £9, about $10 a month. So Twitch Turbo, right? With Twitch Turbo, you pay Twitch directly, is what you do. You pay Twitch directly, and you don't see any ads, no matter what stream you go into. They say that they pay the streamers proportionately. I don't believe it, but that's my personal point of view. It's not backed by any hard data. But as I've said before, you could pay Twitch Turbo $10 a month, and you might watch, let's say you watch an hour stream that month. If you watch an hour of one streamer that month, they are not going to give a big chunk of that $10 to that streamer, are they? They're going to pay that streamer proportionately for the ads that you would have watched. So if you buy Twitch Turbo and you watch hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours on Twitch that month, you're probably getting good value. But if you're not, Twitch is keeping the cash and doing quite well out of it. So it's a black box. We don't know. But yeah, the amount that they pay a streamer is measured in cents, and you have to sort of see lots of ads for it to really start working. But as a convenience for you, like that is still better. Let me put it this way. Twitch Turbo is still better than ad blocking, because ad blocking helps nobody but yourself. It is 100% selfish. And again, I'm not saying don't do it, personal choice. But the fact is, it only helps you. Twitch Turbo will at least help Twitch and help the streamers that you go and watch in some capacity. Some people don't sub, but they'll like throw bits every now and again. That's support. They'll just watch the ads. They don't care. Some people will have Turbo and throw some bits in now and again. There are many ways of doing it. No, they don't. The ads don't really help the streamer a lot, but do you get money for bits? Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's say you buy $10 of bits, right, Gordon? Let's say you buy $10 of bits. Twitch will probably charge you about $13 for it. So that, when you paid $13 for $10 of bits, that $3 on the end, that goes to Twitch. Yeah? The $10 that you have left in bits, when you give that to the streamer or any streamer, 100% of it goes to them. So you pay the fee by overpaying for the bits. That's the Twitch commission. And then everything that you give is 100% received. So if you give me 1,000 bits, I get the $10. The peanuts are nothing to do with bits. The peanuts are just channel points. They're not... What is this? The Abyssal Zone. You what, mate? I think, well, it's a bit weird. Like, with bits, they take a fixed amount of commission.
Test.
Thank you very much for 1,000 bits, D-Storm. Appreciate your support. Thank you. What was I going to say? With bits, they take a fixed commission. With subs, it varies by contract with the partner, I think. Like, there was a rumor going around that some of these big Twitch partners are on ridiculous contracts where the Twitch only gets a small cut, like 10% or 20% or whatever, and that Twitch is trying to renegotiate those contracts because they don't like the small cut they got. Whether that's true, I don't know, because I'm not lucky enough to have one of those contracts. You get the same for a Prime sub? No, the percentage I get for a Prime sub is baked into my contract, which is covered by an NDA, so I can't actually say. I'm afraid. What the heck? This is like the long dark type thing. Look at this.
iOS ad blocker due to that YouTube and other site uses a lot of ads in the videos that people have made.
I use ad blocker due to the YouTube and other site uses a lot of ads in the videos that people have made. A lot of people, Valencia, are putting ads. If you notice now on YouTube, they'll put an ad in the video itself. But what they'll do is they'll start off by saying this video is sponsored by whoever, and then 20 minutes in, 10 minutes in, some point they'll just say, I just want to take a moment to thank my sponsors, blah, 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 blah. They have been paid a fee by that company to help support the channel. They'll literally pay for a video shout out. You can't skip those ads. You just have to skip time on the video or watch it. But they're like another kind of advertising. Well, this is a crazy area.
Been a lurker for many years. Always happy to give back to you and this community as you have kept me entertained every weekend without fail. Greater than 3, greater than 3.
I love it. Greater than 3, greater than 3. That should be a less than 3, which is a heart. And TTS, greater than 3, greater than 3, Kieran. Thank you, mate. I love that.
I am a fan, sat in front of a fan, being fanned. P.S. Thank you for all you do for this wonderful community.
Big lad, that's awesome. Thank you for 1,500 bits. Greater than 3, big fan. That's a new meme now. That is 100% a new meme on this channel. Greater than 3. It's like Scrove. Greater than 3. Amazing. I was kind of hoping we'd see something down here. I need an emote now that says greater than 3. I genuinely need a greater than 3 emote. Looks like an angry cat. It actually looks a bit like, if you look at it on the side, it looks like, you know, that guy that peers over the wall? Looks like that.
Less than 3, less than 3.
So it looks like TTS doesn't call that out as a heart. It calls it out as a less than 3. Thank you, bless you. You gotta love TTS. It's just completely dumb. This is a weird place. I found a secret cave.
Sclove, 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 sclove.
Thank you, D-Storm. Thank you so much, guys. You guys have supported me over the years, and I do appreciate all of it. Thank you so much. Shot through the less than 3. Or the greater than 3. I wonder what comes here, then. This is such a bizarre place. There is a footpath going that way, though, look. Can't quite see where that goes. I was wondering if there was a connection between here and that crazy thing. Oh, there's a need zone. Mountain goats. Yeah. Rarely drinks here. It is weird, isn't it? It's like an impact crater. Yeah, Vendetta, honestly, part of it, you can just walk around exploring the map. It's just crazy good. I think you'd get birds here and stuff. Look at the state of that. There's no way you're going over there. Absolutely no way. That is ideal mountain goat
Strong
territory.
symbol lol 3.
Thanks, Kieran.